Hey guys, it's Skulk3 and welcome to part 62 of Let's Play Colinbound. In the last part, we made it through this area of Infamous Spaceship, and I got very pissed off. Now to say, I really like Colinbound. It's a fun game, for the most part, but I think no Let's Play project that I have done so far has been quite so good at consistently pissing me off. Like, I don't even really want to see a track record of the number of times I've gone, oh, for fuck's sake, or things like that, because there's clearly been far too many of them. In any case, let's see if that happens in the final battle of the game.
Well. Looks as though my neighbor has come for a not-so-friendly visit. Dakar? I'm flattered you were able to recognize me.
Oh, I got his voice wrong.
I'm flattered you were able to recognize me. Thank you very much! You can't be Dakar. He died when his helicopter crashed on Mango Island. Oh, I died alright. Infinite has brought me back from the realm of the dead to continue serving him. You're being brainwashed and controlled, Dakar. Snap out of it! Infinite's going to destroy humanity! Is that what you really want? I must apologize for Infinite. It is not polite for the host of a party to have someone else greet his guests. Infinite's just taking a bit of a nap right now. In the meantime, I'll keep you entertained. We'll play a game called Survival. I'll try to kill you, and you have to try and stay alive as long as you can. The game starts now.
Well, I like how Dakar is just a standard ghost sprite thing here. So yes, if this is anything like the original one, stay the heck away from Infinite. Let's just focus our energies on killing Dakar and probe him a bit. Meteor is also, I believe, a bad idea because that targets everybody. It might be a good idea to put up some shields. Or maybe not. At least not reflective ones. Infinite just, yeah, he just chilled out. Infinite's like a weird bug guy. Okay, so ice is useless. Bear that in mind. He's not got any weaknesses, so that's alright. I think we'll put up a physical shield, actually. Force field to everyone. It's, yeah, that one, which is everybody but not reflective. And then, put nuclear blaster on Dakar, because we're never going to use these items otherwise, are we? May as well just focus on killing him. I think the nuclear thing will splash over onto Infinite, which might be a problem. Excuse me. Don't randomly destroy our PP, thank you very much. Yeah, I was worried that would happen. That's the annoying thing about the weapons that the third character can use. Usually Jeff, but in this case... Oh, come on now. Usually, but in this case, Ziria. Is there actually anything we can do? Oh, there was something you could do with Pokey in the original. Like, you could make him ill, couldn't you? Or could you confuse him? Or make him depressed? I'm gonna try making him depressed. There was something you could do, which was like a really cheap tactic, and I want to remember what it was. Maybe put him to sleep? No, I don't think it was that. I'll try making him depressed, but I'm not sure it'll work. Yeah, okay. Didn't really think it seemed likely. But our attacks are doing pretty rubbish here, and... Okay, can our items even actually work on him at all? Maybe he can be confused. I'll try it. And then I'll have to guard with everyone, because otherwise he's just going to snap right out of confusion again. And then we'll see what happens. Good luck, Carrie. Okay, he's not confused. Pretty good at defended, though, I suppose. It means Ziria had a chance to survive this. Okay, you see, that's the thing, I don't know who's going to be quickest, so I can't say who should heal Ziria at this point. I should probably just, like, give up using these attack items on him, because it hasn't worked once. Let's go ahead and weaken Dakar, I guess. Of course, it's not going to work, though, so never mind. Oh, finally something actually hit. Okay, finally the Particle Blaster. Because I don't think we actually need to randomly attack Infinite at any point. And stop that! You jerk. Alright, let's just bash Dakar, I suppose. I really do wish you'd stop stealing our PP like that. We do quite need it, I think. Maybe. Oh. Yeah, that's why you don't attack Infina. Oh, good job, guys.
I must say, you're actually pretty good at this game. I'm guessing you've played this before. You have a sick sense of humor, Dakar. How about I boot you up? No, how about I boot you up to level 2? Besides, 4 against 1 isn't too fair. I'll see if I can wake Infina up. You stupid little chicken shit! I'm sure you would all like to meet Infina, wouldn't you?
Why have you woken me up, puny one?
Colin, Carrier, Ziri, and Lo Wang are here, Master.
It is impressive that you have come this far. However, you four have been a perpetual thorn in my side. I have been yearning to destroy you for some time. Step aside, whelp. I will have the pleasure of slaying these pests all to myself.
Right away, Master.
It's reflective sleep curtain. That's a weird thing to say. Okay, this is me taking over in post-commentary because for about the 800th time in the last few parts, this was just a lot of me going, and I imagine you guys are probably getting about as sick of that as I was. Like, just in editing, I was saying, Joe, just shut up, it's not that bad. But no, the reason, it was like mostly me being quiet, and when I wasn't being quiet, I was mostly complaining about one little thing that happens in just a little second here. Again, it's part of my bad luck with this game, but Colin gets bubbleized in the first turn of the battle, which is not exactly ideal. I'd recommend if you guys get bubbleized, keep going, by all means. I mean, I do. But, yeah. If you can be not bubbleized, that'll probably help. But yeah, so, the fight with Infina, I thought it was going to go quite differently. I mean, that's a bit of a problem with the post-country, is that this is no longer a sort of first reaction thing. But, seeing as my first reaction was all just like, yup, that's great, fine, I thought you guys, you know, had probably heard enough of that over the last 5 or so parts. But yeah, I thought it was going to be a bit different, because in the original Earthbound... Oh, by the way, I also learned, from Colin, the maker of this hack, that the thing I was getting a lot pissed off about by this is that there isn't actually any way to heal people during fights, which I thought was a feature Colin had put in to make the game a bit more difficult. I was wrong, this is a feature in the original Earthbound, and so I'm sorry for accusing you of that. It is a bit of a silly feature in Earthbound, to be honest, but, you know, it's the way it goes, no changing that. Yes, finally, to get back to my original point, is that in the original Earthbound, this fight was quite different. Now, the first half of this fight, including this bit that I'm at now, it's essentially you fight Gygas and Pokey as you do any other enemy in the game. You fight them with magic, you fight them bashing their skulls in, you do all that kind of stuff. However, once you get beyond a certain point, then attacks aren't actually important. I think they do damage, but like they'll never ever beat Gygas. He'll never be defeated. I think actually they might not do damage anyway. Actually, no, I think they do. In any case, that's not really vitally important. But the main part is that Paula has the special ability to pray throughout the entire game, which, for the most part, is the same as Kerry's bird calling. It's just it just does random effects in the battle, like it can heal your party, it can make enemies confused, it can make your party confused, it can do all kinds of stuff. However, in the final battle, Paula's prayer actually does a lot more. It basically starts calling all the people that they've met in their adventure to think of them, to pray for them, to help them emotionally during the battle. It's quite an awesome scene, actually. I mean, that's something I've always loved about the other series, is the final battles have always been so interesting. They haven't just been, here's a really big guy that you have to keep hitting for like 20 minutes. It's actually something more interesting than that. Probably my favourite of them being... It's between Earthbound and Mother 3, I'd say. It's a tough call. Probably Mother 3, actually. I think I preferred the story of Mother 3 overall. Anyway, that's not entirely important here. But yeah, so I thought there was going to be a similar sort of thing happening here, which, if I'm honest, because Kerry's ability in this is bird call, I thought, because Infina looked kind of like an insect and everything, there's just going to be this one really bizarre scene in which Kerry summons an enormous bird. That would have been amazing, but equally kind of silly. Not that this game hasn't been silly before, obviously, but I mean, for a final battle in which everything upon which humanity and the fate of the world depends, having it all boil down to a giant bird comes along and eats a giant bug, you know, doesn't really quite fit the whole situation. But you know, so this fight, Infina, not really sure what I'd recommend. Just really hope that he doesn't bubbleize Colin in the first turn. He does. This bit was also annoying me a bit. Is that it annoys me when enemies have sleep moves and they use them repeatedly, because mostly just because it makes fighting boring. Because you can't actually do anything. You're just sitting there. Yup. Let's wait for stuff to happen, and then he healed himself up when he was sleeping, which is. I mean, it's all down to random number generators or whatever, but that's quite cool, because it seems like an actual sort of strategy that someone would use if they were actually fighting. It's like, okay, so my opponents can't do anything, I'm going to take this chance to heal myself of what they've done. But yeah. So he does have a few nasty attacks. I think he only tried to bubbleize twice in the entire fight. Once on Colin, which obviously succeeded, and again on... I didn't see who it was. I think it was Zeria, but it didn't work, which is pretty good. Yeah, I'm beginning to think I shouldn't have used up all of my attack items on Dakar, but no harm done in the end, I suppose. What I want to know is, right, with Colin bubbleized, he's still sort of there. So could that lightning have potentially sort of targeted him and then bounced off the Thor's talisman? I mean, I don't think it could, but obviously, if you haven't guessed up to this point in the project, I'm not exactly an expert on the mechanics of Earthbound and Colinbound and all that. So, yeah, if you know, I'd appreciate a comment down there in the sections for comments. Quite amazingly enough, I don't think anyone else died other than Colin. I thought there's going to be at least one or two other deaths. Like maybe it would just be Kerry fighting on while everyone else was completely dead. Oh, there's something I was going to say. Oh yeah, I was thinking maybe I shouldn't have used up all of my vanilla taffy because, I mean, as I said before, I still had loads of ambrosia and everything, but I didn't want to use them while people still had full health, because that would have been a waste of the healing aspect of them. Especially since ambrosia pretty much fully heals anybody in our party at this point. Did I just accidentally feed something to Colin there? I think I might have done. I can't remember. Yeah, that's the problem with button mashing, is that because Colin was at the start of the party, he kind of sometimes absorbed our items, and I was like, no! He's a bubble! He has no digestive system! So yeah, that's about all that boils down to, and I think we're just about done with the Infinite fight here. Yeah, so in Colinbound it's a pretty standard sort of fight, which, you know, nothing wrong with that. Probably better than a giant bird in any case. So I'm gonna hand it back over to my past self, who is hopefully feeling a bit less titchy now. I'll see you guys there. Yay! So...
You dirty little insects!
What the hell have I been doing? Infinite, you ruthless puppeteer! No! It feels great to be free, doesn't it, Dakar? Of course, it's weird that I'm saying this because I'm a fucking bubble. Yeah, you said it! Hey, guys, I'm gonna make up for all the problems I've caused you.
Get away from there!
I'd like to see you stop me, Infinite.
Go, Dakar! Now if you could also somehow heal us completely, that'd be good.
I've set this master computer room to self-destruct. What?
You treacherous turncoat!
Get out of here, all of you! You don't have to tell us twice.
Huh? Oh, okay. I guess this fight doesn't have the unique mechanic. Weird. Kinda makes sense though, I suppose.
Infinite was a pansy wimp! Nobody can ever defeat Lo Wang! Now's the time for this Master Ninja to put his feet up. And I really liked kicking ass with you three, but it's time for me to get home. Sayonara! Goodbye.
That Lo Wang was quite an amusing character. Well, you won't get any arguments from me.
Yeah. You know, we actually did it! Thanks to us, everyone in the world is safe! I never thought we'd actually be able to destroy Infinite.
Our paths must part here, Carrie and Colin. I will study with the professor and his aides for a short time. I wish to learn more in the science of space jumping.
That sounds like a nice idea. Give us a call once in a while, okay?
As you wish, Colin. Certainly had an interesting summer, didn't we, Colin?
Oh, for sure. It was also a dangerous, difficult, long, and nerve-wracking one. I'm so glad this adventure is over.
Yeah, I lost several pounds these last 2 months. I bet you lost some weight too, didn't you?
Probably.
Yeah, I would say I've dropped a few pounds. Not to mention I'm stronger and healthier, too.
Mm-hmm. I think it's about time for me to return home, don't you?
Sure, I can take you back home. Let's go.
But before we do that, I think we ought to see what's in these presents that mysteriously appeared. There's a Frank's letter inside. It's addressed to Kerry. Okay, Kerry, you take it then. Does it... Can we actually read it?
How are you doing, Kerry? I thought you might like to get a letter while you were traveling with your friends. It took me more than a week to find you. One of those strange grey aliens from Zeti offered to deliver my letter to you. Things have been pretty hectic over here at our bird sanctuary. Hazel, our horned owl, just gave birth to 3 healthy owlets. All 3 of them are so cute. Archie's wing is fully healed, so James released him last Monday. I wish I could have watched, but I was at work. We sent another $50 check to the American Eagle Foundation. I hope you have a good day, Kerry. I'll sign off for now. James sends his love too. Frank. I think Carleen will have to be saved for last. A hacker's letter. Who are you? The Earthbound hacker to the player. Maybe this one has to be saved for last. Okay, we'll save that one for last then.
Dear Colin, I haven't seen or heard from you in a while. Selena, Scully and I are starting to miss you. I suppose you and your friends are working overtime at saving the world. I have this odd feeling that by the time you get this letter, you'll be coming back home. Selena's been asking where you are and what you've been doing almost every day. She wants to play that mini-golf computer game with you again. Scully got into a fight with another monster last week. All the noise managed to wake up everyone on the street. I was able to quickly chase away the little nasty with the rake. Yesterday we had to replace the old hot water heater. It simply conked out halfway through my morning shower. Cripes, the water turned ice cold in a flash. All in all, we're doing just fine and dandy. 3 of us are patiently waiting for you here in Selkirk. Carleen.
Well, I suppose first we'd better drop off Kerry. And then... Well, then I suppose I'll read Colin's letter to us. Lockport, I believe. Oh yeah, I totally didn't teleport away or anything. Do-do-do. Hey, I have to tell you something. Infinite's ship has broken out of its orbit and is leaving our solar system.
That's awesome! It would seem as though some of the thirsty survived the explosion. Infinite's gone, so they're free to live their own lives. I hope they can find a planet to call their own someday.
I'll confess that I did enjoy spending time with you.
We enjoyed spending time with you too, Ziria. I will never forget this glorious day. We all owe you our deepest gratitude for your work. Say, did you talk to my newest robot? I haven't thought of any sort of name for him, though.
Joe?
I know what's on your mind, Colin. You don't have to apologize for destroying my first 4 robots in your battle.
Greetings. I am Joe's 5th robot. I was activated only 2 hours ago. Joe has not given me a name yet.
Okay. Good to know.
You got to see that from up close, did you? What did he look like? He was kind of like a big, evil-looking purple insect or spider or something. Wow, I bet you're gonna have some nightmares tonight.
Probably, yeah.
Hello. I'm delighted you could visit us again. It's very fortunate that you were able to destroy Infina. I shudder to think what may have happened if you had failed. I thank you for saving us from Brock's factory.
Still hung up on that one. Okay, well this time, I'm actually going to warp away and take Kerry to Lockport. He hasn't been there in a long, long time. And so, yes, everything is just somehow a lot... Excuse me. Somehow a lot more peaceful now that all of the evil in the world has been destroyed. There's nothing trying to kill us as we walk around our daily lives anymore, which is really quite a good thing, if I'm honest.
Well, this is it. Now that Infinite's gone, it's time for us to return to our usual lives.
Yeah. Instead of Infinite, it'll be humanity that will destroy this planet.
Don't be so pessimistic, Colin.
You really think people will stop raping this planet? Anyhow, what will you be doing with yourself?
I do have to get myself ready for grade 12.
Will you have to do what I did during the summer essay?
I doubt it. I got assignments like that in middle school, but I won't in 12th grade.
School's gonna seem like a vacation after all this, huh?
You got it.
Give me a call when you start school. I'd like to hear about all your classes.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye, Kerry. It's been wonderful. But, well, first of all, can we actually read this? Gonna read the letter. Hello. Yep, we just about managed to get it done. I'm gonna send you more than an email. I've kind of made an entire Let's Play of it. If you want to send messages though, guys, go contact that thing. I'm not sure it's still open, but it might be. If not, I'm sure the creator of this hack himself will tell you in the comments section. But yes. So, on that note, let's go see our family for the last time.
You're finally back for good, aren't you?
You couldn't be more right, Colleen. That damned infant is dead meat, so my accursed adventure is all over. Humanity is no longer endangered, and peace now embraces the world. Bada bing!
Oh! That photographer fellow came by here a minute ago. He dropped off all your pictures for you. Sirius, Lena and I have missed you.
Syria? Are you sure you don't mean Scully?
To celebrate your return, we're going to have a bit of a party. I've already got lots of lemons.
I've already got lots of lemons ready for you.
Yummy!
Well, I'm sure you'd like to look around a little more before we begin. Let me know when you're ready, okay?
I don't think we need to look around. I think we've done enough looking.
You and your friends have done a superb job. Hurrah!
Thank you, Scully. You always know what to say. But I think we've seen enough. I think the only place we need to see now is back home.
Yes. Okay, let's start by watching the credits and then look at your photos.
That's a weird way to put it, but... alright. I suppose that's it, guys. That was Let's Play Colinbound. What? Okay. I see the credits have been well and truly updated. Yeah. I mean the graphics are at least correct, but you've kind of not changed the names, unless, of course, like, this is just an old version that I have, because I think that might be the case, but... man! It feels so weird to actually be done with Colinbound. It was... again, this has been one of those projects that... oh wait, no, Kerry's names... at the point of Kerry, these names have changed, so... well, I'm just way confused then. Joe hasn't been changed. What? Well, whatever. In any case, I just need to get my thoughts out on this. So, this game has been like a series of ups and downs. When the downs were there, they were very downs. Just that final area before the fight with Infinite. By the way, I never mentioned what the special thing was. In the original, Paula's ability was Prey instead of Kerry's Bird Call ability, and you had to use that in the final fight with Gygas, the main villain of Earthbound. And I was really, really hoping that the Bird Call would be used to summon a series of enormous birds. That would be amazing. Sadly, it didn't happen that way. But yeah. Oh, Master Belchu didn't even appear in the game. Yeah, I think this might be an old version, but if it's not been updated, you kind of might want to fix this. Talarama, surrounded by 3 monkeys and a random emo woman. But aside from the moments where I was very aggravated, this game was a lot of fun to play. Like, a lot of the enemies were actually well balanced. They were sort of entertaining to fight. Some of them, like, I don't think I've ever played an RPG quite so much where an enemy has turned up and I've gone, ah! As much as in this project. But yeah, it's been really fun to play. I mean, sort out some of the many typos that are throughout the flying Mr. T's. But yeah, this was a well-crafted little Earthbound hack, though. You could see there's plenty of love for the original, as well as like things like Dragon Quest and all things thrown in there. Colin certainly knew what he was doing, and it's certainly paid off. This is a brilliant hack, but it's certainly got some flaws, I will admit. I like how the phone is still Dad. And come on, you can update Carlene's name and Selena's. Come on now. That's just silly. Thank you, Colin. Why are you giving us the finger? We just guided you on your path to defeating Infina. That wasn't very kind.
Hello! My name is Wallace, and thank you for joining me on my photographic adventure. I'm still a photographic virtuoso. Ready? Smile for the camera. And don't pose like a jerk this time, thank you.
So I'm guessing, however, the staff will not... Yeah, the staff hasn't been updated either. So, I suppose in a way this was all still the work of Shigesato Itoi and his many counterparts, to the extent that Dark Umbreon didn't create the game engine. But most of the stuff in this was still his work. He made the sprites, he made the story, he made the writing, the characters, all of that. So I'm not going to bother reading out all of the things, but yeah, I don't know, there's a bit of a problem that this game has such long credits, because I've kind of run out of stuff to say. But I'm glad I played this hack. I think the PK hack community is a really interesting idea in the first place. People have come up with some crazy inventive stuff. But it's also good to see that some people have made like these really long ones, which obviously you can't mess with the the sort of core bits of Earthbound too much when you're making a hack. So, considering he still had to fit in with the storyline and everything of the original, he's done very well to make it seem pretty adequately different. Like fights have been changed enough that you wouldn't recognize them. So like that final Infina fight, it worked in a way different way to the original sort of Earthbound one. And yeah, the only thing is, I would say, maybe some enemies, like, need a bit of balance. Like, I think in Earthbound there's a way to give enemies... Normally they only have 4 attacks, but there's a way to set it up so that I think they can have a maximum of 7. Or possibly, like, you chain them so they can have a maximum of, like, 106. Or whatever. But, yeah, maybe set it so that the ones that can insta-kill you maybe have a much more reduced chance of actually using it. Because that was the main thing that made me annoyed, was when there were enemies who had these devastating attacks, and they had a 1 in 4 chance of using them. So, yeah, they wound up using them in succession several times, and just instantly killing either a member of my party or my entire party. Which does not make for a particularly fun experience, because it doesn't feel like difficulty, it just feels like being dicked over. So yeah. But still, as I said, all in all, this was a lot of fun to play. I'm very glad I did it. It's been a wonderful project. I hope those of you that watched it have enjoyed it as well. I like how we've got a picture there of Syria dead. That's... But, in any case, guys, I'm gonna yawn, because it's 2:30 in the morning. Yeah. I'm not going to be able to say anything else without repeating myself, so I'm just going to say my goodbyes here and let the credits roll. So, thank you guys very much for joining me for this episode, and for this entire project. It's been a lot of fun. I hope it's been as fun for you, and Dark Umbreon, thank you very much for making this game. I hope my absolutely god-awful playing hasn't had too bad an impact on you, and I hope that you've enjoyed watching your work played out. Also, I'm just so sorry. But on that note, guys, thank you very much, and I shall see you in the future for other projects. Goodbye.
I miss you.
You ruined the ambience, Dawn! Goodness sake. No. I've just defeated Infinite. Stop calling. I'm going back to bed. No, but there's still something happening. This knock is quite familiar, actually.
Answer the door, Daddy. I'm just too scared.
But who could it possibly be? Hello? Hello, Gavin.
I'm sorry to disturb you like this, but the Cersei came into my room.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. There was a flash outside a few minutes ago. I went into my room to investigate and I saw them. Wow! I nearly shit myself right then and there. They spoke to me and thanked me for freeing them all from Infinite's tyranny.
I guess they thought you were me, right?
You got it.
What did you do?
I didn't really say anything because I was so scared. They said they're resuming their journey to find a hospitable world to colonize. Then they just vanished in a flash of light.
I see.
Yes, the end.